Dear Executive Director Vali, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me start by thanking you, Executive Director Vali, for inviting me to speak to you today. While all our attention is still on fighting the COVID-19 pandemic, your tireless efforts here in Vienna aim at fighting a different sort of pandemic, one that spreads largely in the shadows, outside the spotlight. One whose victims are in over 70% of cases women and girls, while nearly 1/3 are children. It is a pandemic of human trafficking, of the trade in human misery. Austria has been at the forefront of this fight against this evil for many years, because we are aware of the countless lives that are lost and of the futures that are destroyed each year. Human trafficking is a serious crime and a clear violation of human rights. Due to our geographical location at the center of Europe, we are affected by this heinous act both as a transit and as a destination country. We are aware that this brings with it a special responsibility. For this reason, we have been coordinating our national efforts in a task force since 2004. Our approach is a holistic one. Its cornerstones are prevention, protection of victims, and prosecution of perpetrators. But we also know that to fight this crime, we need regional and international cooperation, because the logistical and financial networks of those responsible are very sophisticated. Ours simply must be better, to get justice for the victims and to hold the perpetrators accountable. To me, the linchpin in all our cooperation efforts is United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. I commend its entire staff for their invaluable work. Our cooperation with UNODC is a long-standing one. We place a particular focus on combating human trafficking in the context of asylum and migration. Austria therefore supports UNODC anti-trafficking projects in southeastern Europe and in Lebanon, as well as the UN Trust Fund for Victims of Trafficking in Persons. One of UNODC's products is the reason we meet today, the launch of the 5th Global Report on Trafficking in Persons 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought home to us the importance of evidence-based decision-making. What this report does is provide us with exactly such data. Data that we can then translate into policies to swiftly pursue the criminals responsible, to eradicate the financial flows that support them, and to better protect those at risk of falling prey to this crime. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the warning bells are ringing. The COVID-19 pandemic has multiplied the dangers of trafficking. Social isolation, growing unemployment, school closures, and rising poverty have put more and more people at risk. At the same time, the attention of authorities has been focused elsewhere. We must not allow the COVID-19 pandemic to overshadow our efforts. With not only UNODC, but also the OSCE and IOM Regional Office and ICMPD located in Vienna, there is a true hub of expertise that can support us. Let us use this year's 30th anniversary of the Commission on Crime Prevention and Criminal Justice in Vienna to reinvigorate our fight. And let us deliver this message to both the victims and the perpetrators of human trafficking. This is a fight we intend to win. Thank you.